Mark here again. An update on this group that is happening now. We've got the GoFundMe, which is traveling really well. I'm speaking to you from Saturday morning. So just over a couple of days it's been running. It's up to almost a quarter, so going well. I don't know where it is at the time I'm speaking to you right now, but it's been going nicely. But as we mentioned in this group, we want to be very democratic, or where it's very much about full transparency. And part of that was making a name. So we need to do that. What we've organised is a poll. So where you can go online. There's a link down below for a poll where you can go on there. I've listed down below is some suggestions that us four, so Steve, Louise, Nick and myself and Sam, so 5, have made up down below as to just some suggestions of where to go. And keep in mind what this group is about. Right at the moment, it is going to be to help with the crisis of Western Australia and our gun bans and our gun regulations that have come in, with the express or very obviously in between the lines written to remove firearms from civilians. It's really what it's about, ignoring all the consequences of what that's going to cause, whether it's to the native flora and fauna, or whether it's just simply controlling the people and taking away a recreation, or all the things that it goes into, which is lots of stuff to talk about the detail as to how, well, devastating it'll be in many fashions, but more to the point that unelected part of government can write rules to suit themselves regardless of what the people want, or regardless of not in the best interest of the people by any means. And how that can transfer into so many other parts of our lives. And the process that you would go through, and any government would go through, is you disarm them first. There's going to be people that tell you that's a conspiracy side of things, but history would tell a different story. But this is also about combining a group to get together with all other recreations as well, so this means whether it's your four-wheel driving, or it's your fishing, or in your camping, or your national parks, or what's going on with the keep the sheep, or what's going on in schools, or in every other facet of life where our government is starting to, basically, they've taken the bus, they sit still, shut up, keep your mouths closed, is where they're at. We're going to drive it where we want it to go rather than what you want to. So the opposite of being a civil servant, the opposite of a government for the people, a government in charge of the people, which is what we're talking about. So this moves a long way into every part of our life. But recreation is certainly where we want to be able to get together and team up with other people so they can help us and we can help them grow into a big, powerful group where we all work together. I would say it goes beyond recreation also. It goes into our privacy, protecting our freedoms in all sorts of forms. There are so many things that are coming. If we pay attention to what's happening around the world, there's so many things that are coming, from 15-minute cities to net zero to you name it, that is out there in all the bits and pieces that, yes, some create controversy, so some we have to be careful in places, but this organisation, if it can get big enough, it can help in all these places, actually bring back what we really need for the people, and that's in all walks of life, in all sides of it. So those are big and lofty aspirations, but it is what a group like this can grow into if we want to take it there. So when you're naming this, when you're thinking of a name for this, listen, it goes where you want it to go. Certainly there's a fair bit of our side of things that is the recreation side of things. Is this important crisis? It isn't just about firearms, although that's where we're starting from. The gun bans definitely are the catalyst for it to wake up the masses. It's a thing that matters to a lot of people. But there's, like I said, be it four-wheel drives, be it whatever, a lot of other people are waking up and need a group to help them, and we should be able to make this. So recreation's important, but maybe it's bigger than that. As I mentioned before, maybe this is a Bill of Rights, is where this comes from, where we don't have to, one half of the country try and kill the other half of the country to go through a crisis like that to form a Bill of Rights. Maybe we can do it without getting to bloodshed. That would be really wonderful if we get to a place where we grow up as a country by taking this crisis and turning into actually stop, open the eyes of the sleeping masses, see what's really going out there, and actually, okay, we really do need to have some control back. Let's make it happen. Anyway, down below, there's a list of names. Have a look at them. If you've got something better, listen, we're all up for. There's maybe some really good wordsmiths out there, people who can put a really good suggestion in there. Comes in there, then if it's standing up in the crowd, then I'll update this video with that name to this list down there at the bottom as well. If you like what's already there, then put that in. We want to try, and as fast as we can, create a name, so then we can put together a Facebook page, we can put together an email address, we can start to build the organisation. It becomes no longer faceless, or it might have my face attached to it at the moment, but it has its own face, its own organisation. It is of you that we want to create, so it needs to have its own name, to create its own voice, to create its own face, to create all the ways where we can work together. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. Go down there to the link. There's also the GoFundMe down there. So if you want to put some in, I know there's people who'll be waiting till payday, or waiting till they've spoken to their mates on the weekend, or managed to slip it past the missus, or the missus is slipping it past the hubby to make it all happen on the weekend, that sort of thing. But let's make this happen. Help us out in all forms you can, because you're actually helping yourself. Guys, thanks for checking in. I'll catch you next time.